Hey guys, I'm going to be reading a Five Nights at Freddy's X-Reader story. It's called More Than Five Nights. It was a cold and rather rainy day today. You were up early-ish this morning to get ready for your new job since your 16th birthday. Your mother has begged and pleaded, or rather demanded, that you got a new job. And only just a few days ago, you had gotten stuck at a job that no teenager would want to do willingly. You had gotten a job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza 3 days ago. Sky, we're going to be late, your mother called from downstairs as you groggily got up of bed and got dressed. Your younger sister was going to a birthday party, and not just any party. She was going to a party at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and she was 13 years old. Yeah, talking about childish. Why do I have to come? You asked in a raised voice as you walked downstairs. Because, your mother said as she walked over to you holding her keys, phone, and purse while she worked on getting the door open. I don't want to sit there and talk to Martha. Well, you know how she is, she said, looking at you as she got the door open. That was your sister's friend's mother. Your sister came downstairs and pushed you aside while on her phone, texting her friend of which is their party. Excuse me, you snapped at your sister, who was not paying one bit of attention to you. Little fucker, you thought in your head as you went out the door with your mother following. When the three of you piled into the car, your sister put in her earbuds so she didn't have to listen to either of you. And you just stood out the window as your mom talked to herself. Make sure she didn't forget anything. Sky, do you have your... Yes, Mom, I got it. You interrupted your mother. You sure you got it? Yes, Mom. Your mom nodded lightly, then started the car and drove off. Once you got to the party place, you lifted your head off the window and looked out the welcome sign. It was actually kind of welcoming in a way. You all filed out of the car, where you and your sister followed your mom inside. As soon as your sister walked through the doors, she saw her friends and ran over to her. They hugged each other and then conversed with the other teens that were there. And so the madness begins, you thought, as you walked around the area. Taking in your whereabouts, you haven't been here in almost 11 years, and a lot's changed since then. The games are newer. There's a lot more neon lights. The music has progressed and isn't totally boring anymore. Heck, the food might as well be eatable now. You feel somebody tap your left shoulder and look to see your mom beckoning you to follow her to a table where she and you could sit, possibly talking. Avoid Martha. As you follow your mom, who was following a waitress, you looked around at some of the things in the building. There are small rides that if you put a token in, you get to ride it for a short time. There's photo booths and tables where you could play card games. Why couldn't this place always be like this? Out of the corner of your eye, you saw a small stage off on the far side of the building, and there seemed to be a little show going on with a bunch of little kids gathered around. Is that? It can't be. You walked up beside your mom as the waitress walked away and your mom sat down, her purse in the booth next to you. Mom, is that Foxy? You asked, pointing in the direction of the small stage. Why, yes, that is him, she said with a smile. Didn't he used to be over there? Oh, this place has changed so much since it used to be so small, she said, thinking of the memories of when you were little. You watched the pirate fox as he made children laugh and clap in enjoyment. You used to think he was a little creepy when you were little. In fact, you thought all the animatronics were kind of creepy. You sat down across from your mother, who was looking at a flat plastic pizza menu. Your sister better eat and not just play games all day, she said as he looked around more. He spotted the bigger stage with its purple curtains blocking off from what's on the other side. "What kind of pizza do you want?" you heard your mom ask you, making you break your gaze from the stage. "Pepperoni pizza, if that's okay," you said, swiping a menu and looking over drinks. "Can we get a liter of Dr. Pepper too?" you asked, feeling a bit more childish than usual. "Sure, sweetie," your mom said. She was now looking around the building and thinking of when she bring you here all the time. Once the waitress brought your food and set the two of you up, you ate in an unusual manner. "That is a lot better than I remember it being," you said with a mouthful of food, before your mom could tell you to not talk with your food in your mouth. Someone beat her to it. "Talking with your food in your mouth is bad, young lady," said a southern voice, making you almost choke on your food. "Pizza is for eating, not for talking," the voice said in a happy tone. You looked to your left to see Chica towering over you and smiling. "Holy," you coughed a bit and drank down some soda to wash down the food in your mouth. "They've changed so much," you mentally yelled. Chica?" said a feminine voice from over yonder. One of the waitresses walked over to the tall, round animatronic. "What are you doing here? You have a show in 3 minutes," she said in a hurried tone, going behind the chicken and pushing her towards the stage. "I do? Heh, I must have forgot," she said, not moving one bit. "Please, Chica, move," the waitress pleaded, still pushing on the animatronic Chica. "What are you doing? Come get ready for the show," a cool voice said, grabbing your mother's, the waitress, and Chica's attention. It was none other than Freddy Fazbear himself. "Oh my God!" You mentally panicked and ducked down in the booth. A bit large bear made his way over to the chicken. Freddy gave her a calm look and she nodded, heading back to the stage and making the waitress fall flat on her stomach because she lost the thing she was leaning on. Freddy helped her up and apologized. "It's okay, Freddy. You should go get ready too." The bear smiled and nodded, then looked at you and smiled. "I'm sorry about my friend. She can be a bit absent-minded sometimes," he apologized. "You tried to speak, but your voice failed you, and nothing will come out." "It's no problem," your mother said, making you sit up a little to look at her. Freddy nodded and smiled, then looked back at you. "Is she shy?" he asked your mother, making her laugh a bit. No. Skylar just hasn't been here in a long time, and is a little overwhelmed," your mom explained. Freddy's smile widened, making you sink back down again. Skylar, what a pretty name," he said in his calm voice. The waitress pushed him a bit. "Come on, Freddy," he nodded a bit. "Goodbye, Skylar. Hope to see you again," he said as he waved, walking away with the waitress. "That was so cute. Be quiet, Mom." As the waitress cleared your things, it was now around 5 o'clock in the evening, and you two were talking about you getting a job. "Mom, everything you suggest is a good workplace. Would be awful. And I know you really want me to get a job as soon as possible, but why can't I just take my time with this?" you asked your mother, who had her arms crossed over her chest. "Honey, I can't take care of you forever. And now's a perfect time for you to start learning how to hold your own." As the two of you argued quietly to make sure you don't burn anyone else, the waitress couldn't help but listen in, and as she cleaned up your table, you know, she interrupted the two of you, catching both your attention. "There's a job opening here, and Mr. Sarkozy is always looking for extra help." "Really?" your mother was interested. "Oh no, Mom. Where is this Mr. Sarkozy?" Your mom asked as she stood from her seat and slung her purse over her shoulders. The waitress pointed to a door in one of the corners of the building, and your mom instantly headed in the direction. Mom, don't do this, Mom." You stood from your seat to watch her enter an office and be welcomed by a man in a chocolate brown suit with a red tie. God damn. Shh, kids please, the waitress interrupted you. You let out a long groan and sat back in the booth, and I'm going to be working at a pizza place. You felt all like something was watching you from every which way, and it made you squirm a bit in your seat. You looked at the stage and saw a pair of pink eyes watching you, then ducked behind the curtain. Okay. Well, that's it, you guys. I'm going to do another one tomorrow, and I'm sorry. This is my first video, so I hope you like it. Bye!